Alright, 12D, we're going to plot graphs of linear equations. We looked at linear equations in 12A before, 12C before. If you don't remember doing these questions, you better go back and do them. Alright, so make sure these questions are done. They were meant to be finished for homework. If you didn't finish it, go back and do it first. Alright, so linear equations, we like to have a table of values. So these are the things we're going to look at first, and then we're going to graph using those coordinates. Alright, so let's do this one first. Consider the equation y equals x, construct a table of values using x equals those values. So x value, y value, that's what I want you to do first. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's what you're going to construct. Alright, so I'm going to use this rule, y equals x take 2. This is kind of like using the number crunching rule. This is the rule. You've got to substitute x value in and find the y value. Alright, so over here you substitute negative 3. So if I put that in, it'll be y equals negative 3 take 2. That's negative 5. So you can write that in for each of those things, or you can just do it in your head, up to you. Next one, y equals negative 2 take 2. It'll be negative 4. Y equals negative 1 take 2. It'll be negative 3. Y equals, instead of x you put 0 take 2, so that'll be negative 2. Now I can see that there's a rule. There's a rule that each of these increases by 1. So I should hopefully know that this should be negative 1, but I'll just double check just to be sure. So it should be y equals 1 take 2, so that's negative 1, which is correct. Alright, so if I just keep using that rule, it should be 1, 0, 1. Let's just double check that. Y equals 2 take 2 equals 0. Y equals 3 take 2, which is 1. So yeah, these are correct. So now that I've found table of values, what I've got to do, make sure you use your book or booklet depending on how much space you need. You need a Cartesian plane, so let me just quickly change the graph. So you need to draw this graph. Basically you need to use the dots and plot those lines and then draw a line of best fit. So let's start. Negative 3, negative 5. That's negative 3, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 2 and 4. Negative 4. Negative 2 and then negative 2, 3, 4. Negative 1. Negative 3. 0 and 2. 1 and negative 1. 2 and 0. 3 and 1. This is my line of best fit. Once I'm done, I like to write my rule next to it. Y equals x take 2. I like to also write my x and y axis. You can label the axes like 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 but it gets a bit messy. You can, and it doesn't really matter. You can just do it like I've done. So that's your graph done. So what you got to do is do them for each of these ones. I want you to construct a table of graphs and then plot the graph, right? You can do it on separate ones. There should be enough space for all of them. If you run out of space in your booklet, you can always do it in your book. I want you to give every single alphabet a go so you get enough practice of doing those.